What it do, Dragon Ball crew? It's Jack. Welcome back if you're not new. In today's video, I'm just gonna be putting together all my methods for how to level up, how to get D medals and Z orbs all in one video to help you guys prepare for the third DLC coming out. This will also help you if you're new, so don't click off of the video. The timestamps will be in the description for each section of this video, so check that out. I'm about to show y'all the fastest way to level up in this game. Now this works at any level, at any point in the story. I actually tested this out. I started a new save and I was able to do this right away with no problems, even at level 1. So let's get right into it. So basically the first thing you want to do is make sure you have the DLC, and after you load into the DLC, you go over here and talk to Whis, and you ask him to begin super level up training. And you can see that you have a bunch of options starting at level 5, and you pretty much choose the closest one to your level because it'll give you the highest amount of XP. So after you finish giving Whis the hands, you might level up, and then you're gonna get these items. They're called sacred waters. Now the level you chose to fight at will increase the sacred water item you get, and each one gives you more XP than the last, and you pretty much use all of those on the character you want to level up, and you will level up insanely fast. This works on any character. However, the only characters you can fight Whis with are Goku and Vegeta, but you can still use the items on any like side character in the game that you want. So I'm gonna be showing you guys an improved method to get the most XP in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Before I show you guys, I want to give the biggest thanks ever to this subscriber here. This guy went all the way out of his way explaining how this method works, and this would not be possible if it wasn't for him. So let's get right into it. So step 1 is to make sure that you have your community boards for Z Warrior community, cooking community, and training communities maxed out. You don't necessarily need these community boards maxed out for this to work, but they do make this way easier. If you were to only be able to max out one of these, I would suggest the cooking because it increases Chi-Chi's cooking, and that is a big part of the method. After you've done that, you want to make sure you equip these same know-hows that I do here. I do recommend using a side character that's not playable as the main character, such as Goten or Kid Trunks, because with the right setup, you can use your supports within seconds and refill them quickly, which is going to help a lot with this method. Finally, when you've done all that, you can go ahead and talk to Chi-Chi. And when you talk to Chi-Chi, you want to go to make a full course meal, and you want to make this meal here. It gives you the most XP. If not, if you don't have this meal, you can just make whatever one you have that gives you the highest percent. Once you do that, you'll eat the meal and you should get status boost like I do here. And I believe this is where your cooking community comes into play. You see, I actually got 52.5% XP instead of the 35% like it said. Not only that, this lasts a lot longer than 10 minutes. I'm not entirely sure how long it lasts, but just to give you an idea, I was able to do about 4 or 5 horde battles without running out, like not even getting anywhere close to running out off of one meal. Now you want to make your way over to the DLC 2 area, and then you want to go to any horde battles and go to survival training trial of valor, and this is where the strategy comes into play. So when you're fighting, your goal is to max out your combo counter, because this will increase your damage to the highest percent, which will go up to 99.9% at 999 hits. So to do that, you want to press circle and then X, or A and then B if you're on Xbox, right after your first hit connects, and that'll do like a 30 to 40 hit combo that doesn't do too much damage, so you can keep spamming this on the same enemy if they're strong enough. So just keep doing that until your combo hits 999, and then as soon as you do that, you want to activate your Z combo, and that will actually increase the amount of enemies that you defeat with it, and that should be around 315. Repeat that until you die or until you get to around 3,600, because that is when you receive the max amount of XP, which would be like 99 million or something like that. So I die around 3,700 enemies defeated. I think it's between 3,600 and 3,700, but that is the amount you need to beat to get the max amount of XP from this. So once you get somewhat close to there, you can die and just repeat that. How to get D medals pretty much in different methods as quickly and easily as possible. So let's get right into it. So for this first method, this is something I did not know about until recently, but if you go over to Kame House and you talk to Master Roshi, he actually gives you rewards for like progressing through whatever. And basically, if you just talk to him after you do story missions and side missions, he'll pretty much give you D medals and other items. So you see, I just spammed talk to him until I stopped getting items from him, and you do that every now and then to get D medals. Now for the next method, so you want to fast travel to West City and head towards Capsule Core, and once you get over to Capsule Core, you go to the time machine. And the time machine is important because this allows you to go back in time and complete side missions that you may have missed earlier in the story. So once you go to the menu for the side missions, you see at the bottom right it says press square to check main story, and it'll show you the sub stories. Now the ones with the orange stars next to them are ones that you've completed. So if you don't see a star next to the name of the side mission, then you have not done that. So you want to go ahead and do that, and that will reward you with D medals. Okay, so now this is a method that I did not even know existed. Now if you go to the pause menu, you see at the bottom right it says press triangle to open the Z encyclopedia. If you do that, it'll open up this book, and as you progress through side stories in the main story, you actually unlock entries here, and they actually reward you with D medals. Now you can actually get way more than I got here, but I had already collected these prior to this. You get tons just from opening that book, so make sure you don't forget to do that. And also another way to find D medals is of course just adventuring and finding these orbs. Now this here wasn't a D medal, but they'll look like that, so if you ever see anything like that around the world, just make sure you grab it. I'm gonna be showing you guys a slightly more improved method to quickly get the largest amount of Z orbs as possible. The first thing you're gonna want to do is open up your community boards and make sure that you have your cooking community maxed out, as well as your community of the gods. The reason you want to have these communities maxed out is because Chi-Chi can cook meals which actually boost the percentage of Z orbs that you get from each battle. Not only that, the community of the god increases what you get after each battle as well. So when you combine the two, you just get a huge percent increase of boost when it comes to gaining Z orbs. So after you've made sure you have your community boards maxed out for those two, you want to make sure that the members in your party all have their skill trees upgraded to the skills that give them increases in Z orbs after each fight.
Do what you can.
Once you've done that, you are finally at the last step, and that is simply to go to Chi-Chi and ask her to make a dish. And then you want to select make a full course meal after that, and have her make whichever meal that you have unlocked that gives you the highest percent of Z orbs earned after each battle. Now you want to travel the same place I do. You can honestly travel anywhere as long as there's a good amount of enemies that spawn, but you can travel here if you don't have a spot. It doesn't really matter. So pretty much to simplify this method, you basically just fly around and fly into the enemies, and when you fly into them, you automatically win the battle. They just instantly die. The only thing you need to make sure is that you're a higher level than the enemies, and the enemies cap off at level 250. So as long as you're over level 250, maybe like 5 levels or more higher, you're good to go.